All right. Ladies and gentlemen, you know where you're at. This is your host with the most. How's everybody doing out there? If you're new here, welcome. Truly glad everybody stopped by. Hope everybody's staying safe out there too. Can you dig it? All right, I had to come back, man. I was looking on the tube, man. I was like, dang, man. Nobody not doing nothing. This now, I got something brand new and fresh. Shout out to the astronaut for this one too, man. I guess somebody requested it. Due to the fact of sports not on and things like that. I guess people, we hurting out here, man. I wanted to get it out. Looked decent. I never really had a problem with anything that the astronaut had. So I was like, man, let me take a look at it. Maybe you guys could take a look at it with me. You don't know. Whenever you guys get to any new setup, please allow it a few ticks to do what it has to do. And that's necessary also. It's necessary for you to do that. I'm really ready to go live. I might go live after I do this and just drop this some other time. I don't know. Anyway, the thing that I did with this, of course, I took the widgets out. Sub menu is right here. I didn't do anything with that. That's still, right there. The thing that I had to do, it actually had icons. Okay, here, it actually had icons, and that's why it's kind of hard to see. But yours will have the NFL icon. Okay, I just did it this way because I don't know, people. You know where you're at. I'm just trying to play it safe. But we get our if any of you guys are familiar with the astronaut, he tends to stick to the script and things like that. But like I said, it had like the whole NFL logo there, and I wasn't sure. I said, man, forget about it. I'm not even doing that. But I'm not gonna take too many ticks with this one. I'm glad everybody stopped by. I can never stress that enough. Let's just see some things. Let's see some things real quick. Let's go on the skin settings real quick. Kind of like how the colors and everything. Okay, now if you want your sub menu visible, all you got to do is this. Just turn that on. Show you guys. Seeing it'll just be visible, but he had it actually off. So, and that's just if you want to do that, See what we got here. I always be looking for this too. And you know what? I think it was right up here. Hold on. Okay, enable autocomplete is already on, so you don't got to worry about that. I always like to get that because I think that's a feature that's very well underrated. If you ask me. I think that's really kind of underrated. Let's just get into the nitty gritty. Like I said, if you guys are familiar with the astronaut, you already know how you get down. Let's just go on the system. Now this is kind of weird right here, but it's alright. You can navigate. No, it's not here that I want to go to. I know where I want to go. Let me see. Let's go here to installer. Try not to show icons and things, but one thing you do want to make sure is everything is up and ready to go. Okay, and as we can see, everything's up, ready to go. What I want to do is click here, and I want to go to video player input stream. I want to make sure the input stream adaptive is enabled. Now, I don't know if you guys saw my last video, the cinema joint. But this input stream adaptive is used for certain things, as well as the RTMP input. I like to have both of them on. Sometimes they are in the background. Okay. Now, so let's just enable the input stream adaptive. And when you enable it, please long press on it and get the information on it so you can have the knowledge of what both of these things do. Okay. So when you go to the RTMP input, I'm going to show you guys how to get that. Get the knowledge on it. So whenever you guys get to another setup, you guys already know what's going on. Let's get the RTMP input. And the way we're going to do that is go to install from repository, and then we're going to go to all repositories. Now once we go to all repositories, we want to go right back to video player input stream, and we want to get the RTMP input. I know it looks the same, but I don't know how he got it to be here like that, but usually the input stream adaptive is not here. It's on the other page, but both of them are here. Everything's working great on this one. All you have to do is acquire the RTMP input, and like I said, please get the information on it, see what it does. Okay. Okay, now the next thing I want to do is go right into system. Okay, and I want to go to player. Okay, now it's very important, whether you get to another setup or whatever, to have this on expert. Now if you don't see expert on the bottom, majority of the time you can press left and change your settings there. But what I want to focus on here is enable HQ scalers for scaling above. Me personally, I like to have mine on 100 for all the devices 3 gigabytes and up. For your medium devices, Fire TVs, cubes, as well as your NVIDIA tubes, I like to have that on about 50 or 60. And for your low-end devices, like your sticks, etc., I tend to like to have it on 20 or 30. All right? Now, do keep in mind, people, this is a real section. You need to check on this section every time you get a setup. Okay? Every single time you get a setup, you want to check on this section. Okay? Now, it does matter if you're hardlined in or using Wi-Fi. Okay? So sometimes, if you're on Wi-Fi, depending on how many devices you have, you might want to bump it down a tick or two. Okay? So instead of having, your Fire TV on 50 or 60, try 40. Bump it up. Make this yours. See how things work. Okay? You can tune it up just by paying attention to how the setup is working. All right? Didn't want to take too much time with that. All in all, if this was a request, I think that's kind of alright, man. If any of you guys are familiar with the astronaut, he always makes a nice section. I call it the nice section. All right. Okay, there's some things in favorites. Some nice sports joints if you guys want to check that out. And there's really nothing else for me to go to here, people, but the wizard. That's about it. Let's go into the wizard. All right, now the first thing I like to do when I get into any wizard and I'm about to write my advanced settings, I like to actually, give it a total cleanup. Okay, so let's just go into maintenance. And once we get into maintenance, let's just go to total cleanup and clean all. And once we have that done, we want to go right into tools. And I want to go into full config. Now, in full config, if you guys aren't really familiar with what's going on in the first two sections, you really don't have to touch those sections if you don't want. It's already pre-done for your system or your device. Let's just go to buffer mode, and instead of having it on 2, let's buffer all file systems. Alright, let's put it on 1 and write the file. And after you guys have written the file, you will be able to check on your settings here. Real simple. And there's nothing else for you to do now, people, but just restart your setup Me personally, I like to write my advanced settings before I get my setup. I get a higher advanced settings XML number like that. Some people might say it's not good to do it like that. I always do it like that. Never really had a problem. Okay. Let me know how you guys like this one. If you get a chance, like, share, and subscribe, but most of all, comment. Don't forget to hit the notification bells, people. As always, I'm hoping you're having a blessed, peaceful, and a productive day. Love and peace for all. Never forget, it is good to be good, and it is bad to be bad. Stay safe out there, y'all. I'm going to see you guys on the next one for sure, y'all. Peace.